Welcome back. Okay, inversión. Voy a invertir dinero en un plan seguro de ganar mucho dinero. I'm going to invest my money in a special financial instrument which is going to give me or promise me a return of 20% on my investment. Do you recommend I invest my money in that financial instrument? Instrumento financiero. It's a very common expression, a financial instrument. There are different ways. If you have money, there are different things you can do with your money. Okay, you can spend your money. You know, if you earn money, you spend your money. We call it hand to mouth. Mano a boca means to live. Hand to mouth means lo ganado, gastado. Llegas a fin de mes y justito. Okay, to make you earn just enough. You earn. Fijaos en la pronunciación de ganar cuando es devengar. To earn. Pones un L delante, es aprender. Learn. Okay, learn. Pero no es learn. Okay, learn. And it's difficult for you. I have some students, really advanced students, who speak English almost perfectly except the phonetics. And so we work on improving the phonetics. And for all of them, they have problems with ganar y aprender. To learn, ganar, aprender dinero. To learn, to earn money. Y os cuesta, hasta me decís que os duele la garganta haciendo. It's a different sound. It's a different phonetic sound. But to earn. Here we're talking about earning, not learning, okay? Invertir dinero, to invest money. And you invest money to earn an interest. To earn a return. Earn a return, okay? Ganar un retorno sobre dicha inversión. When you have money, you spend it or you save it. And when you save your money, there are many different ways you can save it. You can save it by keeping it at home, under your bed, under your refrigerator, or under a tile, un azulejo de la cocina, under a tile in the kitchen, all right, under the floor, debajo de un ladrillo, como dice aquí, under a brick, and you keep the money there. And if you don't spend it, if you just accumulate money in your house, you are not contributing to the national economy, and you're not earning any interest on the money. Now, the money is what you call dinero B, okay? Black money. It's not legal, it's not legitimate. Some people have a lot of this, and they spend it or they keep it in a safe place, en un lugar seguro. There's not a place that is 100% safe. Safe means seguro. Okay? Safe también es una caja fuerte. Si yo digo I am safe, means estoy seguro. Contra accidente, contra daño físico, I'm safe. Ahora, si yo dijera I am a safe, estaría diciendo yo soy una caja fuerte, which is impossible for me. I'm not a safe. Okay, but some people keep their money in a safe with a combination. They open it, put money inside, close it, and the money is sitting inside that safe. Fijaos, uso la palabra sit. El verbo, sentar es como sentarse. I'm sitting in this white chair talking to you. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here, but I'm busy. I'm sitting here doing something I think productive. I'm teaching you English. At least I'm trying to teach you something. Are you assimilating anything? Are you learning anything? Learning, otra vez la pronunciación. Los británicos dirían, are you learning? Learning. Es la misma pronunciación que la americana, simplemente la R tiene otra pronunciación. Learning, learning. Okay. I assume, doy por sentado, I assume you're learning something. Otherwise, you're wasting your time watching me. You should be doing something else like ironing the clothes, washing the dishes, or playing the piano, doing something more productive if you're not learning. But getting back to the story, if you put your money in a safe, open the safe, the combination, put big bills of maybe 500 euros into a safe and close it, turn the combination. The money is sitting in the safe and it's not producing anything. For you, Really? Directly, it's not produced. Indirectly, yes. Because you're probably not paying taxes on that money. Okay, so if you are in a tax bracket, brackets son paréntesis, corchetes, tipos corchete. Parentheses are this type of brackets, and brackets. And we say a tax bracket is un tramo impositivo. If you're in a high tax bracket, which means that every euro that you earn is taxed at 40%, 45%, some people say, well, I don't really want to earn more money. Please don't raise my salary, boss. Give me something else, some other way that's not taxable, okay? And so people, when they receive money in a less legitimate way, it's what you call black money here in this country. And they keep it at home, or they simply spend it. But if it's a lot, you can't spend it so easily, so you keep it at home. You put it in a safe, you put it under the floor, you put it under your bed, you keep it somewhere apparently safe. And it's not contributing to you or to the economy of the country. The money is inactive, unproductive, okay? And the only productivity for you is you're not paying taxes on that money. But you have to spend it, you have to do something with it, you have to find a destination for that money. Okay, that's one thing you can do with money. Another thing you can do with money is spend it. When you earn your salary, you spend it. That's what money's for. Money for its own sake is worthless, just to have money. It can give you power, yes, but you need to spend it, all right, to spend money. Now, some people spend the same amount of money they earn. What you say, llegan a fin de mes justitos, okay? They reach the end of the month. Pero en inglés no solemos hablar en esos términos. Tenemos una expresión corrientísima, pero diferente y curiosa, all right? No gano lo suficiente, nunca puedo llegar a fin de mes. No puedo llegar a fin de mes. Okay. En inglés solemos decir, I can't make ends meet. I don't earn enough to make ends meet. Literalmente, hacer que las terminaciones, un cabo suelto is a loose end. Atar cabos sueltos is to tie loose es suelto, doble O. Loose ends. End es el final, pero end es también el final de algo, la terminación. Eso es the end of the pen, all right? So, to tie loose ends is atar cabos sueltos. Now, to make ends meet, literalmente, es hacer que las terminaciones o los cabos se unan. Meet. Hola, ¿qué tal? All right, how are you? To make ends meet means redondear el círculo. Eso es llegar a fin de mes. Se redondea. Perfect. So, I make enough money, or I earn enough money to make ends meet. Some families and some people don't earn enough money to make ends meet. Some people have trouble making ends meet. Have trouble. Siempre en singular. No sé si es normalmente en inglés troubles. Eso es otra cosa. Troubles son mis problemas personales. All right? But trouble, sin la S. Trouble son problemas. Se suele traducir problemas en plural, pero en inglés, trouble, casi suena a viaje, ¿no? Travel, viajar. Trouble. Y la expresión to have trouble, con el verbo to have, tener. To have trouble, más gerundio, to have trouble, plus the ing, the gerund, is our way of saying exactly the equivalent of your way, que es costar trabajo. Me cuesta trabajo convenceros que es necesario estudiar. Me cuesta trabajo terminar el agua durante una sesión, aquí. I have trouble convincing you to make an effort. I have trouble finishing the water in this cup. I have trouble preparing, I have trouble finding time to prepare these classes properly. I have trouble conveying to you the importance of hard work. To convey is transmitir. Transmit sería por transmisor. To convey is to get my ideas across. Yes, so that you understand me. Communication is vital. Good communication skills. Speaking in such a way that the people listening to you understand you perfectly and act in accordance with what you want, or at least speaking in such a way that you can influence the attitude or the motivation of those people. That's to convey your ideas, to get your ideas across to other people. Aquí decís transmitir las ideas de forma eficaz. En inglés solemos decir to get my ideas across to you. Como si las ideas atravesaran o cruzaran un patio interior hasta llegar a ti. Okay, to get my ideas across to you. To convey. Convey es transmitir también, de forma figurativa. Transmit es físicamente mediante ondas radiofónicas o similar. Transmit, okay? So, I have to get my ideas across to you, okay? But getting back to investments, to make ends meet, some people have trouble. I have trouble getting my ideas across to you, but some people have trouble making ends meet. And they always have problems because they don't earn enough money, or they spend too much and they don't administer their money properly, okay? So, what can you do with money when you earn it? You can keep it in a safe in your house, you can spend it, or you can invest it. And investing is a way of saving money too. You take the money and you put it into a financial instrument. You can go to the bank and you can say to your friend at the bank, you can say, Juanjo, I have 5,000 euros that right now I don't need. What do you suggest, Juanjo? What should I do? I don't need these 5,000 euros. It was a bonus. I received a bonus at the end of last year, a few days ago. And I really would like to park the money somewhere, but I want it to earn an interest. I want a return on the money. And Juanjo can tell me several different options. Juanjo could say, well, why don't you put it in a passbook savings account? A passbook savings account. And that's an American term. I'm not sure if they use it in Britain, which means una cartilla de ahorro. It's the most conservative type of investment for your money. Usually the return on the investment is even below inflation. If the inflation rate in Spain is 3.5%, for example, right now I think it's around 4. Ojo. But nevertheless, let's assume, supongamos, let's assume that the inflation rate is 3.5%. The cartilla, the passbook savings account, cuenta de ahorros, probably it's 2.5%. So in essence, you're losing money. And if Juanjo tells you a passbook savings account, you might say, puede que digas, you might say, come on, Juanjo, come on. I'm going to lose money, all right? I'm going to lose money, Juanjo, if I put it in this passbook savings account. But Juanjo could tell you, he could say, well, Manolo, what's more important for you? The return on your investment or the return of your investment? What's more important for you? The capital, the principal, the money itself, or the possible interest you can receive? I say, well, of course, the capital, the principal, el grueso del dinero, el dinero mismo. And so Juanjo can say, now is not a good period to invest money in certain financial instruments that are offering better returns. Mejores intereses o retornos sobre la inversión, better returns, because there's more risk. In this passbook savings account, yes, it's true, we pay only 2.5% return, 2.5% interest, siempre en singular, but it's 100% guaranteed that the money you put into this account you will receive at the end of the period of time, or you will always have it available when you need it. Okay? This other deposit, it's a time deposit. Okay? It's for 2 years. You park your money there, and you cannot take your money out without paying a heavy penalty. Cuando se pagan penalizaciones, y las penalizaciones son fuertes, usamos la palabra pesado en inglés, a heavy penalty. Igual que las multas. If you are driving very, very fast and the police take a picture of you or stop you, they will probably give you a heavy fine, which is una multa muy fuerte, muy costosa, okay? Heavy. So, with your money, you can invest your money in you can put your money into a savings account. Una cuenta de ahorros mediante cartilla de ahorros. And it's a very conservative investment. Conservative. Aquí decís conservador o conservadora, una inversión conservadora. En inglés, conservativa. Okay? Conservative. And that's a very conservative investment, but you know that it's secure, that your investment is safe. Aquí puedo usar safe y secure, los dos. All right? Another thing is a time deposit, okay, which means you immobilize your money, and it's for a period of time, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Usually the return on the investment is greater, and so when you get the money back at the end, you get the principal plus the interest, but you can't take the money out. You can't, igual que sacar un boli, to take the pen out. You can't take the money out of a time deposit, okay? All right, without paying a penalty. Without paying a penalty, and sometimes a heavy penalty that nullifies the interest you've earned, o incluso más, que anula los intereses percibidos, o incluso más. En inglés muchas veces decimos nulifica en vez de anula, porque el verbo to annul, anular, existe, but it's used almost exclusively, I think, for anulación matrimonial. When a couple get married and they want to annul, that means the marriage was not consummated. All right, and that usually is through the church, and it's not easy to get an annulment. Nowadays, in most modern societies, the institution of the divorce makes it possible for marriages to break up, but before, only through annulment, okay, but to annul. Now, anular, en otros aspectos, solemos decir to nullify. And so if you have a time deposit, if you invest your money in a time deposit, and you need that money for an emergency and you need to take it out, probably you will end up with less money than when you walked into the bank, because you will pay a heavy penalty. And then also our friend Juanjo, the banker, could tell us other possibilities, all right? Certificates of deposit. Or he could say, why don't you invest it in the stock market, in la bolsa? Our bank, can offer you some interesting options for investing your money. It depends on who you are, whether I would recommend that option or not. ¿Habéis entendido cómo he estructurado la frase? Juanjo, nuestro amigo de la sucursal bancaria, el director de la agencia, he offered us options, a passbook savings account, cartilla, a certificate of deposit, a time deposit, and investing through the bank in the stock market or the stock exchange, es la bolsa de valores, un mercado secundario, secondary market. Now, whether you do that or not, or whether I would recommend that or not, depends on who you are. Depends on. Siempre on después de depend. Y siempre hay una S, o casi siempre. It depends on you. It depends on who you are. Depende de quién seas, de quién se trate. Okay? El que yo recomiende, fijaos esta forma de expresarse, el que yo recomiende o no. Yeah, el que yo recomiende o no. A ti o a él, el que yo recomiende Weather. W-H-E-T-H-E-R. Casi es como el tiempo atmosférico. The weather. Okay. Pero quitas la A de weather. Weather. Pones una H después de la W. Weather. Y weather, en este caso, es el que yo recomiende o no invertir en bolsa. Depende de ciertos factores. Weather. I recommend that you invest in the stock market or not. Depends on who you are, your financial situation, how much money you really have. Because in the stock markets, some stock markets, not in all, some stock markets are not 100% transparent. Okay? And so if you're a small investor, you need to be a bit careful. Because to earn money in the stock market, to earn money in the stock exchange, ambos expresiones valen. Stock market es la bolsa, stock exchange es la bolsa. If you to earn money in the stock market over a long period of time, you need to be a good investor. You need to understand the forces that are moving the prices of the shares, of the different issues, los valores mobiliarios. And you need to understand that. And you need to remember that other people, other entities, other pension funds have enormous amounts of money, and they move that money based on their decisions, and it affects the general price of the issues that are listed on the stock exchange. And if you're a small investor, you could easily feel, I don't know, what you'd call impotent, and you could easily feel that you don't have influence over how things are moving. And if you want to be a good investor in the stock exchange, really, you need to spend a lot of time studying the companies, studying the industries, los sectores, in which the companies compete, studying the competitive environment, el entorno competitivo en ese sector de la economía, studying the competitive environment, understanding the products of the company, and probably even more important, knowing who is managing the company and the quality of those men and women who are managing that company. If you're going to invest money in the stock market in a particular company, all right, in Spain or abroad. And that's very difficult for a small investor. So be very careful when you invest in the stock market, okay? Be very careful. Sometimes you can be lucky and you can be on a bull market. Un mercado toro se dice en inglés. A bull market means un mercado en alza. And then vas simplemente con la marea que va subiendo, all right? But it's not because you're necessarily un sabio inversor, a wise investor. Not necessarily. Maybe it's just you're in a bull market. But then, be careful, because there's a moment in which the confidence begins to fall, because there's a lot of psychology involved in stock markets. And when some people get cold feet, se le enfrían los pies a ciertos inversores. We say in English, when some investors get cold feet, they withdraw, retiran sus inversiones. And other people see, and it creates una reacción en cadena. It creates a chain reaction. Ok, en esta frase que acabo de decir, crea una reacción en cadena. Probablemente me vas a decir, ay, qué interesante, chain reaction, reacción en cadena. Sin embargo, las dos primeras palabras son 1000 veces más importantes. It creates. Porque decir bien it, y pronunciar bien creates, con la S famosa al final, de tercera persona singular, eso es 30 veces más importante que la expresión chain reaction. Prioriza las cosas. Lo más odioso del inglés, que es la estructura pura y dura, es lo más importante del idioma siempre. No los bonitos términos de vocabulario como chain reaction. But when this person withdraws his investment, other people notice it creates a chain reaction, and you, as a small investor, could lose your shirt. So you need to be careful. And I don't have time to continue talking about money, investments, and besides, además, I'm not an expert. I could make a serious mistake, so don't follow my recommendations, okay, concerning money, concerning English? Yes. And my only recommendation is one. Study, please. Okay? See you soon.